Well, job seekers are increasingly voicing frustration over rapid job rejections, with growing concern about the use of AI in hiring. A Victoria-based human resources professional recently shared her experience of being rejected within just 2 hours of applying for a role, even with great qualifications, raising questions about whether AI is screening candidates and the risks of discrimination.
Let's get some more. We're joined by journalist Suzanne Mossad and astrophysicist Dr. Matt Agnew. Good morning, guys. Hey, Suze, first up, should companies be transparent about how much human oversight there actually is in that hiring process?
Laz, most definitely. I mean, we must have an element of human oversight. Why? Because AI, whilst it's very quick, efficient and really bold at getting through, bulk applications, the thing is it lacks a human lens to look at things like soft skills, people's interests, whether they're good with people. So in the first instance, it's fine. But remember, AI is also the way that it sorts people. It's essentially a black box, and you can't penetrate or interrogate its logic or reason. So the question behind that is there going to be baked in bias? And essentially, I think we're going to, as AI improves, we are going to see a lot of people who are pushing back, be they mature age, foreigners, people with foreign accents who AI just automatically filters out. These sorts of things are a real issue for people who have fantastic skills, would make a great employee and be a boon to the company. We've got to be careful about that balance.
Yeah, Dr. Matt, given the fact that things probably aren't going to change and this is the direction, is that if you can't beat them, join them, and so should you start tailoring your resume for the machine?
Yeah, so there is definitely something to this.
Yes.
And as Sue said, it's a black box. We don't know the specific logic going in, under the hood, but you can sort of create prompts that work, and so you can sort of game the system. So there was an example earlier this month, some researchers managed to extract from a large language model like ChatGPT 96% verbatim of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So there is a way to game these, and so I mean, at the moment, if this is what people and recruiters are using, you may as well play the game.
But it's kind of just silly. If you're asking AI to write your resume to appeal to AI, as Sue says, we've lost that human connection altogether, right?
Well, yeah, it does feel like at some point we're just going to have AI applying for AI and being filtered. Yeah,
that's so the only way it can cut through.
Exactly. I mean, as emails are being written by AI as well, at some point are we just being kind of subbed out entirely? So, yeah, there's definitely, it's an interesting space where these things are happening, but yeah, definitely I think you need that human lens at the moment.
And guys, you don't get feedback either from AI.
Yeah. No.
Like the minute you're out, whether it's 2 hours or a day, you don't get that human feedback of what did I do wrong, what can I do better. I was pretty nervous in interview,
Yeah, but you've got to get the job first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you've got to get it and then maybe change from within.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. And Michelle Obama has a good point, Kylie, has divided opinions with her latest parenting advice. Appearing on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast, the former First Lady revealed the one question she would never ask her daughters. Here we go.
I have 2 beautiful daughters, and you find yourself slipping up and going, "Are you dating anyone?" It's like let me not make that the first question or the second question or a question at all. When it comes up and we do that, I try to talk to my mom friends about it and what that's doing. What are our own insecurities as mothers, like that we're like, well, you seem happy and you're on a track, but do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, she explained that she feels the inquiry sends a subliminal message to young women and adds pressure on them to find a partner. So, Dr. Matt, should parents avoid personal questions to sort of protect their children's confidence, do you think?
I think the key thing here is not making it the question to be asking. It shouldn't be in the first handful. There should be priority around more important things like what are your values, what are things that are important to you, what are your passions. At some point it is really important to ask these things though. It's about building a relationship and understanding and showing an interest in your child. And so I think it's important to ask personal questions, but that subliminal messaging of your value is whether or not you're in a relationship. You want to get around that and avoid that. So I think it's important to show an interest, but yeah, move it down the list of priority when it comes to asking questions and taking an interest in your child.
Okay, Sue's critics say finding love in a life partner is a major life moment and that parents should be interested in what's happening in their child's world. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, Carls. I mean, that's what we do as parents. We want the best for our children. I probably would also extend it from what Michelle Obama said. She's a mother of girls, and Carls, you and I are mothers of boys. I would say that young men feel just as much pressure as young women to couple up in this day and age. Lots of pressure on the apps, those sorts of things. So I avoid that conversation like the plague. And I think actually to broaden that, something I'm really passionate about is we're seeing a cautionary tale in the news all over the world right now, which is the Beckham family. And I think, you know, the right that they as parents think they have to commodify their kids for money, for a brand, in a performative way, that child's whole life, all of those kids' lives, is one of the greatest mistakes. I know David talked about you let your kids make mistakes, but parents also are capable of making mistakes. We are entirely human. We are imperfect species. But really, do you want to give your kid the best life? Let them have a childhood. Don't put them, even if you're not Beckham, don't put them out on social media. Let them have a clean digital presence until they're 18 and they make the decision. We don't own our kids. You know, we don't need to farm them out for money. They'll be much healthier in their mental health, the way they enter possible relationships, if nobody knows them, haven't seen them from cradle to grave. I just feel so strongly that what we're seeing now is a lesson for all parents.
Finally, new research shows that our brains can get big benefits from having an afternoon nap. The latest research shows a quick 45-minute rest can help the brain recover and boost learning, effects that were previously thought to occur only after a full night of sleep. Suze, what do you think about a nap?
I love a nap. I love a power nap. I'll probably go home and have one, you know, a little nana nap. And scientifically, it does charge the brain. Dr. Matt, you'll be able to speak to this on a much higher astrophysical level. But essentially, yeah, I think the Japanese have got it right, you know, with their sleeping pods. Of course, they're doing 14-hour days and they need to have that break. But we know, science has told us for eons, that sleep is the core of all human wellness. Our physicality, the laying down of brain and memory, recall, learning, all those important things. Check your vitamin D and your iron, because that also can help get good sleep. But if you can access beautiful deep sleep in a power nap and recharge, give that gift to yourself.
Dr. Matt, what do you think? I've been asking them to make this lounger recliner for years. What do you see?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we know that most adults don't get enough sleep. And while polyphasic, having sleep in multiple stages rather than just one block, is not quite the same as having just a solid 8-hour block, but it does still add additional sleep to that. And when you are sleep deprived, you start building up what's called adenosine, and this is the hormone that basically makes you crave sleep, and having power naps helps clear some of that out. And so a power nap where you don't quite enter a deep sleep still has perks because it does clear some of that out. It gets you more active and feeling more alert. And if you do have a longer power nap in the 60 to 90 minute range, you get into deep sleep and you really start cleaning that out and you get that more restorative benefit as well.
I think I went to the debutante's ball with Polyphasic. Let's look her up on Facebook.
Where is she these days?
What's she up to, Polly? Give me a call. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks, Dr. Matt. Thank you.